All around the world, in different places, people use child labor to make chocolate. We want to stop this and for companies to start using fair trade chocolate. Fair trade is better so that children can get the education they need and so they can learn better.
Us humans have been eating chocolate, but have we ever stopped and thought about how we got it? Like how the chocolate we are eating was made? Companies make chocolates to earn money. People want it because it's delicious. Chocolate has been used in many different ways, like moisturizers, for eating, drinking, and there are tons of other ways to use chocolate.
There is one big question. How else do they make chocolate? It's quite cruel. They cut down the trees that animals live in. It goes through deforestation. Once the trees get cut down, the animals that live there or eat trees will decrease. We have got to think of a different way to make chocolate.
Some brands are really helping when they use organic chocolate because organic chocolate doesn't use pesticides. They use something else which is better for the environment. This would help bugs and animals because animals eat bugs, so the pesticides wouldn't transfer to different food chains.
The population of the animals that live in the rainforest is decreasing because the ecosystem and its resources are slowly going away from how people take the resources. Some of those resources are trees that some animals live in.
This is a bar graph of how much cocoa beans were imported in 2009. Netherlands has the highest by importing about 2,100,000,000 cocoa beans. USA followed by USA. The lowest imported cocoa beans was from France by importing 493 million cocoa beans.
Look at this kid. She's getting proper education like every kid should have. Did you know that only 27% of people in the world know about fair trade? Like we said, 27% of child slavery goes to Nestle. Nestle and Hershey's are one of the most used chocolate brands, and those are the ones that use a lot of child labor.
A lot of people, like us, really like chocolate, but sometimes people can abuse chocolate, which means more child labor, and that can really affect their education. Because when we eat more chocolate, the companies have to make more chocolate. So that means more children have to go out and not learn and plant cocoa beans all day.
Organic chocolate is good. People are using organic cocoa for chocolate, and people should start buying fair trade chocolate. That helps the children because they would get proper education, and so then they wouldn't be tricked into working.
We should use more experienced farmers than tricking kids into working because the kids need proper education and have to have fun. The kids have absolutely no experience, and maybe the farmers would be glad to work if they didn't get whipped like kids do.
Don't you agree? Some chocolate companies actually help the less fortunate with their earnings. Some also have little charity events. Chocolate is delicious, and the same companies pay all the workers so that they can afford to take care of another family.
And some other chocolate companies pay fair wages to all their workers. So Ivory Coast and Malaysia have a pretty big difference in using child slavery. Malaysia has 1%, and Ivory Coast has about 38%. Like we said, only 27% of people know about this problem, and we need everyone to know about this problem so we can all help out and make a big difference.
On this bar graph, do you see how much child labor Barry Callebaut uses? About 51%. But this is only on the main companies. Maybe all of this child labor going around is affecting them and their families. The children could get ill or seriously injured. We need everybody
To get fair trade,
organic chocolate
because fair trade
keeps companies
from using child,
labor. Organic has
no pesticides that
are toxic and get into
your body. Fair trade
keeps the children in school
and with their friends and family.